I'm with Gordon Dutch on the Peerless booth. Peerless showing this year, in addition to their well-known bracket and mount range, a number of different solutions, including some wireless technology. It's all part of the plan to make Peerless-AV mean more than just brackets. Where do you see this going, Gordon, in the future?
Yeah, well, Bryan, as you're aware, the last few years this is kind of a historic event for us to have a chat each year, and each year we try and pan out what we've been planning to do. And when we first merged with Peerless, we moved from Peerless mounts to Peerless-AV, and what you're really seeing now is the fruition of a huge amount of investment and planning in terms of what we can do. So there's a number of wireless products. Of course, wireless is not new, but we have unique features on them in terms of the number of transmitters and receivers that you can use, the legacy product you can connect, and indeed now showing for the first time the wireless audio product. And these are just a small part of a growing range that you'll see from us over the coming years, now available in Europe. So yeah, it's very exciting, and also ties in with the AV theme with all the kiosks that we're showing, which is the next step for us in the coming year or two.
You've seen significant growth in the European market. You now have direct representation in 15 countries. Is there anywhere you're not currently you'd like to be?
Yeah, well, we've tried to concentrate, as I said, country by country. So we started with the UK, which of course was the core market for my previous business. I'd like to feel we've been very successful there. We certainly have enjoyed excellent success from the dealers. Obviously, Ian Abernethy joining us has added to that team now. We then concentrated on Germany, a story you covered obviously a couple of years back. That's been successful. France last year, and yeah, we've developed a significant business right across through to Russia now. So there are countries we're not in, but we want to get to each one when we can, when we feel we have, the local feet on the ground. The boots on the ground for us is very important, that we have, in Germany, a fully employed German rep who knows the market and is local and can support. So piece at a time, but certainly we have other plans afoot. The Middle East is on the cards, hopefully for the end of this year, and that gives us the logistical opportunity to move into other markets like Australasia. We are in Australia and places like that now, but we'd like to expand. So.
One of the trends that we've seen here at ISE is move to wider displays, both in projection and in flat screens,
yes.
Where we've seen the CinemaScope ratios adopted. There are obviously implications for you as a mount manufacturer. Do you see launch of products to support that move imminently, or?
Yeah, so we're lucky that, as you're aware, we OEM for a lot of the larger panel manufacturers, so we do get to see, obviously, what the roadmap's going to be like a year or so ahead often. This allows us to have perhaps slightly wider fitment than other people, and that's what's given us the advantage as we move to these wider screens. So we're confident that the majority of our products are already capable of supporting the wider formats if that's the way the market goes. I was at CES obviously a couple of weeks ago. Everybody was buzzing about 4K, and obviously I think in the digital signage industry that will become quite prevalent because you can control your content, whereas obviously in the consumer market, there's going to be a discussion about how much content is actually available at the moment for the consumers. But certainly I think wider displays and perhaps even more different shaped displays are going to be things that we're going to see for the coming years.
Finally, how would you compare this ISE with last year? Have you seen significant growth in the number of attendees and the volume of inquiries you're getting?
Yes, certainly for us. I think, as I said, every year that we've added more and more countries, the booth's got busier. As we have more representation, there's much more, nationalities. So it's been a much busier show for us. Whether that's because we're becoming, more successful, or whether it's footfall, I wouldn't know until we see, obviously, the numbers. But it certainly appears to me to be a much busier show, and more exciting the fact that people have actually chosen to, find the Peerless booth and come and visit. I think almost almost without exception, everybody that we hope to meet with has come along, and most of them at the appointed time, which is quite new at a show.
Thanks very much indeed. Well, excellent. Nice to do this again.
Okay.